Morning, guys. It is Monday morning here, 13th of March, 10:14 a.m. My time zone is just clicked back an hour. So it's actually 9:14 here because of the daylight savings. But so a little bit later than I'd ideally like to do the analysis. However, let's start now. Let's look at news. We had no news. We have no active news releases today. We had a Fed report at 6:20 p.m. last night to address the current situation in the US economy and the banking system in particular. We had the collapse of SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, on Friday, I believe it was, and then Signature Bank closed afterwards. So I'm just going to quickly show you now, just a quick announcement by
administration
Biden.
Over the past few days, Americans can have confidence that the banking system is safe. Your deposits will be there when you need them. Small businesses across the country, the deposit accounts at these banks can breathe easier knowing they'll be able to pay their workers and pay their bills. And their hardworking employees can breathe easier as well. Last week, when we learned of the problems of the banks,
All right, this guy's like, I don't know, 10 days away from a heart attack. But whatever he's saying, yeah, we're safe, banking's safe, the banking system's safe. Shit's gone pretty crazy at the moment. So Western Alliance has fallen 74%. There's a massive collapse of regional banking at the moment. Pretty crazy. A lot of people are losing their cash at the moment. And it's really serious. Not that it concerns us, but yeah, basically something's going down at the moment. And so we'll find out what the economy is going to do. The US government's going to step in. I'm talking to a few friends about that are in the States, in business in the States, and we'll find out today really what's happening with how the US is going to handle things. You can see here that what Biden was saying was that the banking system's safe. Government will guarantee all deposits at SVB and Signature Bank. Okay. So let's just stop the bank run. Okay, there's a bank run that was hit. A bank run is when everybody tries to get their cash at the same time, basically destroys the bank. And we obviously don't want that to happen on a grand scale across the banking sector if fear sweeps across the country. So the government is guaranteeing the cash at SVB and Signature, okay, and that'll stop the bank run, hopefully. So that's really what's happening at the moment. Tomorrow we've got inflation. Wednesday we've got PPI. And then UOM on Friday. So big news week. And I'm sure we're noticing that there is volatility back in the market, significant volatility back in the market. We're looking at the S&P 500 right now. And we are piercing down through 3,900, now at 2,800. Sorry. Oh my God, I got like dyslexia when it comes to these numbers. 3,800, okay? 3,800, you know what I'm saying. 3,800. If we pierce 3,800 demand, okay? If we pierce 3,800 demand, she's going down. I mean, she's coming down the mountain anyway, but it's a pretty good confirmation of what is going to be occurring. 3,800 demand, we might get a little bit of pullback to 4,000, but U.S. economy is going down. We are in recession, and it's only the beginning, and that's great news for us. We're recession-proof with what we do. So, if we trade well, we will be on sale. The world's going to be on sale in the next few years. So, anyway, daily on US30, Dow Jones 32,000 has been hit. We can see that this daily channel is kind of spreading out a bit. We're at 32,000, and then the next floor, obviously, we're going to get a pullback. Probably to 33,000, and then another leg down to 30, 31, 30. This area here is the next zone. Very bearish on the Dow Jones index. Go to the 4 hour. I've been doing a lot of robotic automation testing the whole weekend. Our strategy works pretty much flawlessly through this entire patch, here. And then when it gets into these bigger waveforms, it struggles a bit. And so that's why, some of you, one of the guys that was doing the tests, started the test and started it basically when this volatility increased. And so really the algorithm worked really well up until the 7th of March, which was this week, and we can see the rate of fall is just so much more intense, and that's if you can conceptualize the bands. What's happening on the bands is that they capture the majority of price, but if anything moves far outside of the bands, we aren't prepared for that, and therefore, especially if it continues trending in a direction like it has here, we can lose. Price needs to revisit where we entered for us to make money. And when it steps away, falls to the downside, and then comes back up, we could have a trade up here that doesn't get revisited, and that's when the account is at risk. So if you see price fall at the bottom of that river hard and not zigzag, stay out of it. And the thing is, we don't know what the price action is going to be like moving forward for the next month or so, or 2 months, 3 months. Again, at the start of the year, the economy is shitty. We're going to probably have a lot of volatility in the market, and a lot of downside volatility. So we're going to have to adapt to the market conditions. Right now, we can see this was dangerous for our strategy, and best not to trade and keep our trading at the moment short only. Shorting these peaks here would be ideal, and you can take profit out a little bit and move it towards the median and whatnot, capitalize on those days where you get to the top of the river band. But right now, very short. It's pushing on this. We've kind of got a new trend line forming here, this kind of thing. At the moment we're working this kind of this band, this channel. It's become supply here. Where are we? And we're moving to new areas of demand. So this is the way that price is going at the moment. Okay, if any of you got young children, ask your child which direction is price going. It's going to the downside. So we're looking for price to come back up to these areas here, and then we're looking to sell those areas. Okay, buying, you don't want to be stuck in this kind of action. So be very vigilant with your buying. Know that buying is dangerous, and only when you see the pattern, the right pattern, buy it. Okay, when you even here, these sells are perfect. I'm not touching the buys at the moment. I don't want to. This is different because we've had this overshoot here and it's quite flat. Okay, so if you get something back down here, you can be vigilant about it, but the shape, is favorable to a buy. However, it's so strong to the downside at the moment that you need to be vigilant that it can continue and push through to the downside like this. So you don't want to be, if it just curves out like this, like that, and just grinds across pretty much like this, you don't want to be buying. But if it shoots down straight like this, that's going to give you some mean reversion. Okay, if it grinds down like this, don't buy it. If it shoots down like that, you can make some money on a buy there. Again, just practice your buying, practice being in adversity, but definitely don't leave any unattended buy limits there. Make sure you're with the chart. You know what you're doing. Selling safe. Okay, selling safe. On the 1 minute, we see that the price action the volatility is outside of the bands right now. We've got banking collapses at the moment. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market. We don't know what's going on, and so we've got this price action that is extending outside of the bands. We have no news. We had that news yesterday from the Fed, and then we've had the huge volatility in the market. That was also on NFP Friday. We had a huge volatility in the market. Just be mindful of that. Okay, so make sure your buying is below the river band. Adapt to the size of the river, volatility around the river at the moment. Selling, around here. That's what we're looking at. Okay, selling around here, this kind of zone. Okay, please, I'm not giving you any hard areas to put your orders in right now. This right now is the area that I see. This is always subject to change. You've got to see what what price action is coming to the market. Right now we're in this channel, this downtrend. So what's this level here? 32,300. 32,300 is another very serious area where we've got some nice selling options up here. Okay, so anywhere in this zone is a good area to sell in. Okay, it's quite safe. You've got to play that with your skill. Use your skill to your advantage. Comes in here, licks this, maybe you scale in another couple, and you come back to break even, you take profit, or it falls back down. But the wind's at your back if you're selling in this zone, okay, this region around here. Use your talent, use your skill, use your discretion to put a trade in. You can go in here underneath the area of supply, or you can go up here, depending on how hard this pushes out of the median. If it kicks out of here and moves to the upside, sell this area up here. All right, if we get a kick that goes straight out of the median like this, okay, look to sell this area of supply. If it pulls down here, right, then kicks out, sell that area. Okay, you need to read this river, watch it, look for the patterns that you see in the river. Okay, so that's the kind of action today. Remember, we're skewed to the downside. I'm not going to put any buying order in here. I don't want to guide anybody in the wrong direction. I don't want anybody to take advice on buying. That's up to you. I would buy if I see an opportunity that feels safe. I can't explain that to you or articulate it. It's just something that I've cultivated. But I need to know that, this isn't like a soft grind. And right now I know that this is against me. Very well, this may just be about to put in that kind of price action again. So I don't want to be stuck on the wrong side of money, okay? I don't want to be stuck on the wrong side of momentum and liquidity, all right? News here, headlines, Dow whipsaw, yields tumbles, traders readjust Fed hike bets, post FCV fallout, US stocks remain under pressure, okay? Like, we're in recession right now. Ride the waves, okay? I'm taking that away. So I'm not advocating any buying today. Okay, if you do it, it's at your own discretion. Don't be freaked out if you lose. You need to be savvy with your execution if you're gonna trade long. Okay, but you can make a lot of money long if you know what you're doing. Are we going to get up to this area here? I doubt it, but we might. Here's a high probability area of selling. This is the area you want to sell at. Use your own brains. Don't just follow me blindly. Think for yourselves, and you'll find yourself you become better and better and better. Thanks for that, guys. Have a great morning. Just watch. We are adapting to larger volatility. We are in a trend, and just be aware of that. Okay, we've been in a very tight, rangy kind of condition since December. Now we're back in action, and our strategy may not yield opportunity, and you may need to be a bit more vigilant. Okay. Cheers.